هذا التسجيل هو عمل تطوعي مقدم من مبادرة بصيرة للأشخاص المكفوفين وضعاف البصر بالتعاون مع المجلس الأعلى لحقوق الأشخاص ذوي الإعاقة. Action Pack 9 9th Grade Activity Book Model 5. Money doesn't bring happiness. I am going to give you some of the rules about quantity words and expressions, so each one of you can know how and when to use them. Quantity words and expressions. We use a lot of to talk about large quantities of both plural countable and uncountable nouns. For example, Mr. Lin wanted to have a lot of money. We use little and a little to talk about small quantities of plural uncountable nouns. Example, he only wanted a little food. We use a few and few to talk about small quantities of plural countable nouns. Example, he was silent for a few minutes. I want to take all my money with me, even the few pennies I have saved. We use much to talk about large quantities of uncountable nouns in negative sentences and questions, and many to talk about large quantities of plural countable nouns in positive sentences, negative sentences, and questions. Example number 1, the poor man didn't want much food. Example number 2, how much fresh juice do you drink? Example number 3, they walked for many miles. Example number 4, they aren't many biscuits. Example number 5, how many carpets are there in your bedroom? We use as much or many or little as to say that people are or things are equal in some way. For example, Mr. Lin wanted to spend as little money as possible. We use some and any with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Some is used in positive sentences. Any is used in negative sentences and questions. For example, example number 1, give some of your books and change the world. Example number 2, the poor man didn't have any money. Example number 3, have you got any pizza with spinach? We use how much to ask about amounts and quantities for uncountable nouns. For example, how much fresh juice do you drink? We use how much also to ask about prices and value. For example, how much money do you spend on books? We use how many to ask about amounts and quantities for countable nouns. For example, how many carpets are there in your bedroom? First section in Module 5. The vocabulary section. Part 1. Complete the sentences with the vocabulary from Model 5. Number 1. Huda is a blank. The word starts with an M. She is very rich, but she still refuses to spend any money on helping children in need. Number 2. Fadi is so excited about the promotion and raise. He wants to blank. The word starts with an E. He wants to blank more money in order to buy a laptop for his mother. Number 3. Nadia took a blank. The word starts with an S. Decision not to eat ice cream until she feels better. Number 4. Rami is so blank. The word starts with a G. Although he got 5 gifts from his birthday, he still wanted more. Number 5. When economies collapse, many business people lose all their money and become blank. The word starts with a B. Part 2. The grammar part. Quantity words and expressions. Complete the passage with the phrases from the box. I am going to read the expressions for you, and you need to fill in the blanks with them. The expressions are a lot of money, a few pennies, some bread and tea, many hours, much money, lots of banknotes, a few. Now I'm going to read the passage out for you, and I will give you the choice of expressions for each blank. I know a man in my neighborhood who used to be a miser. Every day, Mr. Salame spent blank after work counting his money. Number 1 blank could be a lot of money, or a few pennies, or some bread and tea, or many hours, or much money, or lots of banknotes, or a few. The correct answer is Mr. Salame spent many hours after work counting his money. And blank number 2, hours with his family. Blank number 2 could be a lot of money, or a few pennies, or some bread and tea, or much money, or a few, or lots of banknotes. He didn't have blank number 3. Could be a lot of money, or a few pennies, or some bread and tea, or much money, or lots of banknotes, or a few. But his only dream was to save blank number 4. Could be a lot of money, or a few pennies, or some bread and tea, or much money, or lots of banknotes, or a few. One day, Mr. Salame saw a poor child selling flowers next to his house. The boy was feeling so cold that he couldn't speak. Mr. Salame felt so sad. He brought the child blank number 5. Could be a lot of money, or a few pennies, or some bread and tea, or much money, or lots of banknotes, or a few. Then went to his bedroom where he kept all the money under the bed. There were blank number 6. Could be a lot of money, a few pennies, or some bread and tea, or much money, or lots of banknotes, or a few. And blank number 7. Could be a lot of money, or a few pennies, or some bread and tea, or much money, or lots of banknotes, or a few. Mr. Salame realized then how bad he was and decided to become a different person. He didn't want to keep the money for himself anymore and started giving the money he had saved to charities and poor families. He also started spending more time with his family. Part 3. Look at the words in the box and answer the question. I will give you the questions and the choice of words that help you in answering the question. Question number 1. Which two are cash? The choice could be banknote, or penny, or check, or bank account, or gold. Question number 2. Which two are made of paper? Banknotes, or penny, or check, or bank account, or gold. Question number 3. Which two are a deal between two sides? Banknote, or penny, or check, or bank account, or gold. Question number 4. Which two are made of metal? Banknote, or penny, or check, or bank account, or gold. Part 4. Write these nouns in the correct column. We have 2 columns. The first one is countable nouns, and the second column is for uncountable nouns. I will give you the nouns and you have to put them in the right column. Think about them. Noun number 1, boat. Number 2, check. Number 3, traffic. Number 4, orange. Number 5, rain. Number 6, money. Number 7, cheese. Number 8, orange juice. Number 9, banknote. Number 10, oil. Number 11, city. Number 12, penny. Part 5. Cross out the word that you cannot use in these expressions. Number 1. we have any or many or a few of the same interests. Number 2, can you give me any or a few or a little advice? Number 3, be careful when you cross the street. There is so much or so many or a lot of traffic on the roads. Number 4, I am not losing a lot of or any or too much weight, so maybe I should do some or a few or any exercise. Number 5, he is very popular. He is got many or a lot of or a lot friends at school. Part 6. Complete the mini dialogue with any, some, little, and much. A. How blank fruit should we eat every day? I haven't had blank at all today. I'm sure that is not very healthy. B. No, it isn't. You should eat 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day. Have blank grapes. What would you like to drink? How about blank orange juice? A. Okay, just a blank juice. Please, I don't usually drink a lot of juice. The second section, the grammar part. Part 1. Are these sentences true or false? Correct the false sentences. Sentence A. There weren't any people at the concert. The hall was full. Sentence B. I've got a few coins in my pocket today. I can't buy that expensive laptop. Sentence C. He hasn't got any money. He is very rich. Sentence D. I've bought a lot of oranges. We can't make orange juice. Sentence E. We haven't got much time for shopping. The bus is leaving in 2 hours. No need to hurry. Part 2. Look at the picture and complete the questions and answers using much, many, any, a few, a lot of, or some with the verb to be. I will tell you the things that are in the picture. There is a notebook, a ruler, 1 scissor, 2 paper clips, crayons, coloring pencils, and 1 pencil. Now complete the questions and answer them. Number 1. How blank glue blank there? The answer, there blank. Number 2. How blank notebooks blank there? The answer, there is only one. Number 3. How blank staplers blank there? The answer, there blank. Number 4. How blank writing tools blank there? The answer, there are blank writing tools, one pencil, blank crayons, and blank coloring pencils. Number 5. Are there blank scissors? The answer, yes, there is a pair of scissors. Number 6. Are there blank paper clips? The answer, yes, but they're blank. Part 3. Rearrange the words and add much or many to ask questions. I will give you the words and you need to form a question using much or many. Number 1. Did books you buy yesterday? How? The correct question is, how many books did you buy yesterday? Now do the same with the rest. Number 2. Brothers and sisters, have you, do, how? Number 3. Times you brush a day, how your teeth do. Number 4. Your computer, how was. Number 5. Water she drink, how did. Number 6. People invite you, how did. Number 7. Mistakes you, how make, did. Third section, communication. Agreeing and disagreeing. Read the model text. In groups, talk about the person's skills and qualities. The text is, I am very good at art. I like drawing and designing things. However, I am not very sociable. I am shy, so I don't find it easy to talk to people. I am good at working on my own. I am very motivated, and I don't need anyone else to tell me what to do. I am hard working and very creative. I've got good mathematical knowledge. And I'm not bad at science. I don't mind working outdoors. Part 2. Complete the first 2 columns of each table on your own, based on the text above. Column 1. Tell us about your best job why, and what is your opinion? Then tell us about your worst job, why, and what is your opinion? Part 3. Discuss your answers with a friend. Do you agree with your partner's answer? Write your opinion about your friend's answers in the third column of each table. Number 4. Use the model text to write about your own skills and qualities and what kind of jobs wouldn't suit you. Now, number 5. In pairs, exchange your notes. Draw the 2 tables in your notebook, then complete them about your partner. Discuss your answers with them. Do you agree with the best, worst jobs for you? Fourth section. Focus on writing. Punctuation, short sentences. Part 1. Add commas, capital letters, and full stops to this text. The text doesn't have any capital letters or full stops or commas. I will read the text for you. My favorite possessions are also the cheapest. They cost very little. They are my photo albums. I make them myself from old notebooks that still have lots of blank pages in them. I decorate the covers and paste my favorite photos in the notebooks. Under each photo, I write something about the day or people in the photo. I have photos of my mom, my dad, my brother, and my friends. I love looking at the photos in my albums every now and then. They are like diaries. The trouble is that I've got so many albums now that I haven't got much more space left on my shelves. Part 2. The spelling. Complete the words with the correct spelling. After the war between the Ottoman Empire and Russia in the 19th century, the Ottoman officials started using a red crescent to make the word start with A blank blank U blank A blank C blank S as a symbol to protect. The word start with M blank D blank blank S during battles. Today, the Red Crescent Society is a huge worldwide organization that has millions of members, and V blank L blank blank T blank E blank S. It is a society that plays an important role in responding to D blank blank A S blank E blank S and preventing S blank blank F E blank I blank G for all people without exceptions. That is why one of its main characteristics is N blank UT blank blank L blank blank Y when providing A blank D.